other places, but this certainly is not a bad one.
Is there a way of telling that it's leveled up without looking at the weapon repeatedly?
I do not know.
Because I still do an attack of 51.
Again, you might need to kill hundreds with it to get much of anything. Not in this game.
I mean, I killed every enemy along the way with this sword.
The first bad house rule was you only get experience for killing a monster if you were the one who delivered the finishing blow.
That sounds really obnoxious.
It sounds like the absolute worst house rule. Well,
yeah, it seems like it would pit players against each other too much to make the game fun.
Not just that, but consider this. Clerics or spellcasters focusing on battlefield control.
Yeah, but in those cases, usually support casters would get experience from the casting their spells.
Right, but they're still going to be lagging behind the actual people who do the killing.
Yeah. No, that would have been the biggest problem with being a rogue as well, is you're skill-based. You're not fighting-based. You just can do lots of damage.
Rogues are pretty good damage dealers. They're pretty good at killing.
Well, they're pretty good damage dealers depending on what it is they're doing. Sometimes they could be absolutely atrocious at dealing damage.
If you can sneak attack, you can do a lot of damage.
But I'm just saying, sometimes multiple hits is how you do lots of damage, and a single really powerful hit may be negated by other circumstances.
I mean, typically. I mean, they're not good at killing large numbers of enemies at once.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be me who just nukes an entire goblin camp.
Yeah. In which case
mages
would be the ones that would level up drastically, while everyone else got no experience.
Depending on their focus, if they're as damages. Because some mages really feel the best way to play
stat boosts and stuff like that.
That is control, to manipulate the battlefield and ensure that their teammates win. And it also creates an unstable equilibrium with the people who do get more kills will just get better and better at killing because they're getting all the experience. So no, I can't imagine
a useful reason for that being a house rule.
Right. I can't imagine who would ever think that's not a terrible idea. And again, it also promotes antagonistic behavior between party members.
Which is never a good environment for that kind of stuff.
Right, and it doesn't make any sense from a narrative perspective either, why players would be fighting over who gets to kill.
Plus, especially if you have like certain classes, sometimes pacifism is part of the reason that they have that, which goes against developing characters correctly.
Right, and again, clerics are pretty iffy at killing things.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is you might have a cleric who is plot-wise a pacifist, and that would basically imply they can't level up.
Right. So no, it's just...
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, yes, it's bad house rule. It's so bad I can't comprehend anyone using it.
Yeah, I haven't seen damage go up even 1 point.
There was a critical where damage went way up.
No, I mean, like, I'm still doing 360 damage per hit.
I do not know that. I'll look it up.
Yeah, Grand Izayoi.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using.
Because at base, it's one of the weaker ultimate weapons.
It just becomes the strongest in the game.
I don't think it does, but it becomes one of, and it is the strongest katana.
Is it in thousands of kills?
No, there are some exploits.
Like?
For leveling it.
Like what?
Grand Izayoi, G-Bolt's Glasses, Standstill, Bloodsteel, Heretical Grinder.
Oh, I don't remember how to do that. Oh, wait, why?
I do know that while you're in standstill mode, when time stops, enemies won't die. So you might be able to just kill the same enemy super rapidly over and over again before it actually...
Yeah, but why would Heretical Grinder?
Because it hits rapidly.
Yeah, but that's a spell. That's not killing you using the sword.
Right, you might not have it kill using the sword then. Let's see. Someone's asking what people are within the diet all got shifted towards how to get the sword.
Isn't the answer to all of those crafting?
Oh, I think it's for absorbing blood.
Oh.
It gets stronger depending on how much blood you've absorbed. That's what it is, I think. Which will explain why Bloodsteel is listed along with Heretical Grinder and Standstill. Standstill allows you to keep grinding the same enemy forever. Heretical Grinder just pumps out a ton of blood, and Bloodsteel steals it.
This seems to be working.
That's a lot of blood!
I'm still doing 360 damage, though.
See, I equipped Standstill and Heretical Grinder, and that sounds like it'd be really silly. Using them both at once.
Yeah, but I don't have Jeevel's glasses again, I don't think.
Why not? I mean, you probably don't need them. You can probably get by with just having a lot of MP. Isn't it an accessory? Oops.
Okay, when we fight Jeevel, we must be wearing Jeevel's glasses, just because it's dumb.
I didn't realize Jeevel had glasses.
And then...
Yeah, Standstill and Heretical Grinder.
Shards. And you must be fighting an enemy that can bleed, I guess, is the other rule.
Absolutely.
Such as these.
He's having a bad time, but he doesn't know it yet. Yeah, I can't feel it, right?
No, he would just suddenly be disintegrated.
It's Omayara Moshinderu. He's already
Except
dead.
that he can't possibly talk to him because he'll be dead the second you remove Time Stop.
But he is dead, and he just doesn't know it yet.
Your fairy's helping.
Not very well, though. He had a lot of blood in him, okay?
There's two of them.
That's twice as many blood. Delicious. So powering up the Grand easily also sounds like a guy, dang it.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere. We do need more blood.
I need more blood.
She sounds so just apathetic about it, or maybe slightly disappointed. That really looks weird. There's just so much blood sticking to those two spots on the wall.
Yep.
Did they get stronger?
I can't tell yet. There's nothing to hit.
Look how large your bubble is. Your bubble is enormous. Yep. It was doing 520, now it is 523 on crits. I still love that you're just milking endless amounts of blood from one enemy. Or
Three of them.
But you can from just one enemy. Everybody has just infinite amounts of blood in their body.
As long as you're stopping time.
Great. This game isn't realistic.
I'm doing this for you, Shin.
Do it faster. You can't, though. But the wibbly didn't wibble. Oh, that does look like quite a bit of blood, actually. That is very noisy stealing. Is it really stealing the blood if it's already out of their bodies?
I mean, it's still their blood.
Let us contemplate blood ownership. Would you like to go to paint day with me?
I don't know, I don't really do models.
I mean, you have a couple. I guess you don't really have any reason to paint them. Because they didn't come with horrible stickers, did they?
They were pre-painted.
Probably they were made of colored plastic. As are mine, but some bits look like the faces need stickers, and the stickers are bad boys.
They're your favorite thing in the world.
They have given me just unrelenting hatred. Wraparound stickers especially just shouldn't exist. They don't belong in this world. Apparently as part of his marketing for this game, Iga really hammed himself up.
How so?
Like, there are like shots of him like just tossing wine glasses and such.
Oh.
Let's see, in one of his interviews he said something silly. Let's see if I can get that. Go! It's not torture if they can't feel it. Yeah, he was asked in an interview, "Are you excited to make another Iga game?" He says, "You have no idea. A creator's value is determined by his next game. But a creator unable to make the sort of game he wants isn't really a creator at all. He is just a man. And we all know what that is."
Well, you can also use this to steal from enemies. See, like, they have drops now.
But do we have infinite drops?
I don't know if you can steal from the same enemy multiple times or not.
You say you've stolen multiple hearts from an enemy.
Oh yeah, I guess so maybe.
So it's a really silly way to do it. I guess you need the glasses to do it infinitely. But yeah, because I guess standstill probably drains a good bit of MP, doesn't it?
Probably.
And the grinder isn't cheap.
I definitely did get more helms than
So
there
many
were.
helmets! I think you can see more than one helmet from these disembodied helmets. Check your sword beams. Oh yeah, it's getting so big and happy.
I keep criticaling, I can't tell how much it does. Okay, there
You
we
just
go.
gotta keep track of their critical damage too.
Equipment, what does it say is that? 54, so it's only gone up by 3 points.
Yeah, but you need more blood. I don't really care much for the blood steal spells mechanic. It feels just kind of clunky, you know? You could paint a soda can.
You wouldn't download a car.
Or a broken frying pan.
You're right, I don't know that I would download a broken frying pan.
You wouldn't paint one either.
Plus, I'm sure you have to spend money to do it.
Can you really even break a frying pan?
I mean, if you hit it hard enough, it would bend. And if it's bent, then it's unfunctional, therefore it's broken.
Oh, that's amazing.
Or the handle could break off on it.
That's terrible. Why would you do that?
Oh, I used a drain on it while time was frozen.
So nothing happened?
I'm at full health, so it doesn't matter.
Can you be in drain mode while time is stopped?
That's what I said.
You
I am using drain on it. It keeps throwing health at me.
Oh! So this is how you grind?
I mean, maybe. I don't know if drain counts towards it.
Well, something is. Oh, you mean the drain passive?
Yeah.
Man, he's just infinite well of hit points until he... You really... I'm sure there's enough blood to go up an elevator now. Oh, you're getting stabbed by so many green bits. Yeah, I guess for ideal speed, you want to grind 2 heads at once.
Well, I think there's also a maximum number of bloods that can be around.
That makes sense.
So knowing what that cap would be is also probably significant.
My computer can't handle this game fully. It lags a lot. Apparently the laggiest part of the game is when you are fighting the gambler guy, and you go into his phase 2, like when the coins all spill out of his ribcage the first time. That causes obscene lag on basically everything but a very powerful computer.
That's weird.
You know, I think it's badly optimized. There's this noisy blood.
I also like them just blowing up the wood repeatedly. Oh, yep, there's money that got stolen from one.
Take this.
You see it? There's a coin just sitting behind me now.
And it won't time out, huh? I just realized they're familiar inverts in color, even though they're not frozen.
It's true.
So what?
So do all of your little aura-y things.
Oh yeah, like that yellow and black potato you're swinging around.
Yep.
I decided it's a potato. Man. How much blood you've stolen? You're gonna be wanted by all the vampires ever.
3,000 liters.
The question is, how much blood does it take to fill up an elevator?
Like, it's forbidden. So, it's every 500 liters it gets 1 damage. Every enemy drops 8 liters.
Uh-huh.
So, in other words, you have to do 50, you have to cause 50, like, 3 blood splatters to get 1.
So basically you're not getting this up to high power without going out of your way to do it.
Yeah, or
Which is
if
dumb.
you've been absorbing throughout the whole game, it might already be sort of strong.
See,
But I was trying to avoid it because I didn't know whether having a high blood siphon count affected the ending at all.
why would it?
I don't know. At the time, I didn't know what would affect a good or bad ending.
The number of breads you eat. 10. Oh, you eat all the blood. You're fastest when time is stopped. Kitty. You're just waiting for him to make a face?
No, I was going to try and use the warpy thing to just get past him, but I didn't have it.
Does a demon have blood? Does an ore dog have blood?
Ore dog definitely does. I can see it on the ground.
Oh, is that white, that pale blue stuff?
Yeah.
Take! I wonder if you get more blood out if there's more surface for blood to land on.
Probably. I know you can have a whole lot of blood on the tower, because when I was farming the bugs, there was blood all over the place.
You only need one splatter of blood, and those instantly spawn to it, though.
I was putting it everywhere.
For fun.
I graffitied the whole wall with blood. Yes, demons bleed.
You too. You were sorry. Ooh, that was quite a bit of blood. Delicious.
Alright, so... Might as well kill this barber a whole bunch, too.
Drain all of his barber blood.
Look, it's targeting both of them, so watch it, like, jiggle the
sword?
The names in the corner.
Oh. I wish I had a name like that.
Like, we going over the barber.
Brutus. I think the Gen 8 Pokemon have all been leaked.
They had to cancel an event.
What?
They had to cancel an announcement event because they were afraid that people were going to be all upset at the event because of the fact that half the Pokemon aren't there. They apparently received threats. Because the developers.
And what was the announcement supposed to be?
They were just supposed to have like a release date event in Japan, and they canceled it.
Because there's hate in Japan too?
Yeah, because there were threats.
That's stupid.
Because people suck.
See, the way I see it is, this was inevitable.
I actually don't know that it was inevitable. I think that they could fit all of them on a cartridge because of how much data you can store on a cartridge these days.
But it's a lot more work because the Dynamax Pokemon need new models because of their size upscaling.
Not necessarily. You could just rescale the same image.
Yeah, well, they make it look really bad. Probably you stretched it.
A lot of them. That's how the giants work in this game.
That's true. And a lot of people say this game looks bad. Probably.
I don't know of anyone who says it looks bad other than saying they wish it were pixel art. That's the only thing I've usually heard to that flavor. Oh, some weird colored blood. So where's the next boss?
Absorbing after every 2 to 3 hits seems to be the most efficient. That's weird. That's not many hits at all. And that Tyrannical Grinder just makes enemies bleed a lot more. But I think those are skeleton dudes.
Yep.
Ooh, next boss. Let's see. Well, you have access to Alfred.
And the other one that we have is... Okay, so you did the train, you got the Zip Zoo. I can't believe you made a Zip Zoo.
That's what it says.
Tick! Doria!
Oh, is it actually Alfred? Really? Mine! What are you doing with that? Put it back.
No! I'm gonna put it here.
I'm gonna tell Mom! I can't think of another other now. What do you need to be able to swim for?
A cursed order! You get it from Alfred.
Yeah, he gives you the ability to swim, which you need for what?
To get down into the bottom part of the...
With the lava boy.
Yeah.
To get the flip.
Which you could possibly do with the Helm Splitter if you really wanted to. It'd just be a really...
Well, no, we have the Aqua Stream. Why do you need the water walk and not just Aqua Stream?
I think you have to, like, push down some buttons.
No, I know you just had to have the reflector to fit through a small gap. Can you not use... Oh,
I'm sure you'll see when you go back through it.
It maxes out at 58 attack.
It does?
Yes.
So it doesn't even get that strong?
I mean, it's stronger than any other katana.
And what does, the Bloodbringer max out?
Level 99.
No, Oh,
I don't know what his
when
max
it's at level 99 is when the weapon's attack is at its strongest.
Yes, but I don't know what that is. It's not the strongest weapon of its type, though. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so I'm almost there.
But yeah, I'm just sad that the big gimmick is Dynamax because
It's not as remarkable as previous things, and Mega Evolution is just so much better than all of the ones that have happened since.
Yeah, and just I feel they've sacrificed too much for Dynamax. Though I do hear it's going to be a lot easier to raise effort values and change natures and such now, but that doesn't change the fact that certain Pokemon are still just unusably weak, you know?
Like Lapras,
Yeah.
or like Aurorus.
If Aurorus is even in the game.
Probably won't be.
You know, but I know Lapras is.
Alright, it's maxed out.
It's the grandest Ezeogoi. Ezeogoi!
So are there any others besides those two weapons?
Not that I know of.
I do a poison kick. I got cursed just in time to lose all my mana. But since I'm using Jeeble's glasses, it doesn't regenerate or drop.
Oh, it doesn't regenerate?
No.
That's weird. But yeah, looking at what I believe is the final Gen 8 roster, it's okay.
I bet it has Pikachu in it.
I mean the new ones. Which does have Pikachu in it because it has giant fat Pikachu.
Togedemaru?
No, just Pikachu, but he's giant. But
Oh.
in his giant form, he's fat.
See, this is what you need the thing for.
Right, what you need the Flippy for.
They took out Squirtle?
The only starter who's still in it is Charmander.
Of any generation?
I believe so, yes.
That is very peculiar.
Only Charizard. Well, because Charizard's the best.
I know, but that's still very peculiar.
Basically, they didn't want any earlier starters in the region, as is typical, but I guess Charizard's the best, so they had to have him.
But there's still probably no Galar version.
Nope. But there is a Gigantamax version. They have another regional variant of Meowth.
Is it cool?
It looks ridiculous.
So they're still going with silly for the variants instead of actual kind of cool and interesting?
Yeah, I mean, he's very different. He actually has a split evolution now.
Apparently Dusk form is really obnoxious for Lycanroc.
Dusk.
You can only do it for 1 hour a
Oh,
day
like
for when it lasts.
the weird the middle form that looks just like the regular day form except orange.
Yeah.
I'm all for day form, even though it does look the least interesting.
Apparently also the night form is like super slow.
It's kind of slow. The thing, apparently Gen 7, like, almost everything in Gen 7 is on the slow side, except like Minior and Salazzle. All the starters' final forms are relatively slow. Just like all Pokemon in Gen 7 are slow. It's a very strange trend. Apparently, Galarian Rapidash is Psychic Fairy, which I...
Oh, it is fair. I was gonna say, I found it so weird that a unicorn wasn't fair.
Yeah, Ponyta